His video is about to get very surgical.
Everybody a thug till them lights pull up, and everybody got a gun until ice pull up. A middle finger to the president, cause I ain't too impressed. How the fuck you kicking niggas out? Ain't you niggas guests? So it's death to an ice truck driver. You shouldn't be one. Throw up a middle.
Literally just got done listening to the album with the homies. If you ain't get to see the stream, I'm debating on uploading it on here, but it is on Twitch. You can go watch it on Twitch. We had an amazing time. But this is my very first initial reaction to the album. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is an amazing album. It's amazing, bro. And I'm not even coming from a place of bias. Like, it covers all of the elements that I love in albums. And I think not only that, but I think Baby Keem has kind of rounded his style, where before I felt like Baby Keem was more of an acquired taste, especially to like Gen Z, you feel what I'm saying? But now he's rounded his style to where it's still authentic to him and authentic to his style, but it's a little, I think it's more digestible for everybody, right? Like when I think of Melodic Blue, I don't think a lot of that stuff is very digestible through generations. I think this album specifically has both elements. It has elements for, you know, Gen Z and the kickbacks and the clubs and the bars and all that different stuff, the college parties, all that different stuff. Like, it's got all of that flavor, but at the same time, it has the same level of intention and depth and lyricism that I think a millennial or a Gen Xer would appreciate at the same time, which is something you don't really see in artists his age at his level at this point in the game. Like, when I think about, you know, not even to bring the big three up again, and you know, I don't think we got to keep using that terminology, but when I think about like this generation's big three, it's probably like Playboy Carti, Youngboy, and Keem. I think Keem definitely solidified himself as the forerunner with this album. Okay, now first and foremost, No Security coming out the gate like that is what I'm talking about. When I talk about the vulnerability, when I talk about bars about your real life that you really experience, I don't want to hear bars that sound like you just watched the movie or you just watched, you know what I'm saying, or listen to, you know, another artist and that's where you got your story from. Like, the details tell me everything, and there's a lot of bars in that No Security where I'm like, I know for a fact he experienced that. I can tell by the way he's painting the picture. He almost take me back to certain moments, right? And that's another thing I want to say about this album too before I go track for track. Like, really, you know what, we're not gonna go track for track. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you all my favorite songs, okay? But the thing about this album that I really learned is how much I actually relate to Baby Keem, right? On a lot of the things that he's experienced in his life. And he put it in such a way, right, where only some people can experience, can really understand the depth of what he's talking about. Like, me and the homie was talking about Let God Sort Him Out, and how, you know, they do have powerful songs on there too, like Birds Don't Sing, but that's something that every human being is going to experience. Your parents passing and the pain and natural grief that comes with that, everybody's going to experience that. When you got songs like I Am Not a Lyricist and No Blame, when you got songs like that, everybody ain't experienced that, right? Everybody ain't experienced that type of reality. Everybody ain't grow up in these environments, and everybody ain't grow up like, you know, being put in a position where you got to be the difference. And that's one thing I love about this album, is that it's so detailed, right, in the songs that require depth. It's so detailed in his story and what he was going through, that even if you haven't experienced it, he could at least take you there, right? And the details will let you know that he really experienced it. And that's what I love about this project. Now, even outside of that, the bangers, like the production on this album, oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I'm gonna be going and seeing this live, bro. Cause this production on this project is different. It's so fresh. Like, I feel like they just broke the game open. You feel what I'm saying? It's early. The album's only been out for 5 hours. But I feel like they just broke the game open with this. The production on this album is ridiculous. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous, bro. Like, crazy. Like, they got... And it's just so versatile. You got everything on here. No Security is a incredible intro. Casino, right into the bangers, early, out the gate. Flow pockets, bro. Baby Keems' flow pockets are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. These flow pockets, he's bending things in a way where people aren't really going these days. Like, I think, like, he definitely just moved the game in a different direction where, you know, if this album takes off the way that I see it, you're gonna see a lot more experimentation with flows in general. People gonna get more experimental with flows if this album takes off the way that I think it can. Birds and the Bees, and then the songs for the women, or the songs for the couples, the songs for the, you know what I'm saying, you going out on a date, or you doing, you know what I'm saying. Birds and the Bees, Good Flirts, like, these are fire songs, bro, that I think he's crafting open a lane and a sound for even the women. Like, Keem is really touching on every single bass on this album. Not a single bass, not a single thing is missed on this album. Everybody got something on this project. Everybody. And my generation, you feel what I'm saying? Gen Z, boom, boom. Bro, I'm telling you, every kickback I go to is gonna be playing this album. Every bar, you know what I'm saying, that we be going to is gonna play this album. This album's gonna have a chokehold on. It's gonna have a chokehold, bro. I'm telling you, like, even if I know I can really understand if people don't like it, right? If it's not your sound, or it's not your style, or you want to hear more concerted effort and lyricism and all that, I don't think this album is for that. I think this album definitely displays that when he wants to, which, like, kind of validates the rest of the project where he's going for bangers. But, like, I think it's just he touches every base, bro. House Money with Kendrick, oh my goodness. Good Flirts, bro. Good Flirts is, I knew Good Flirts, and we did it live, but I knew Good Flirts was gonna be like a Luther-esque type song since they had Momo Boyd on it, and she fit in so beautifully, bro. Kendrick Lamar's verse, fantastic. Baby Keems' melodies, the pockets, they just hit all of the different, like, ADHD stemming pockets for me, like, bro, like, all the different, like, it's so much stemming for that go on for me in this song, like, that I'm gonna just be walking around the crib, just, you feel what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar's IQ as a lyricist, continuously talking about, you know, rubbing on the booty, coming on the, like, just consistently bringing that up in throughout his verse. He knew exactly what he was doing as a high-level lyricist, creating that, like, they're going for stems. They're going for the stems. Like, they know we like the stem. We stem all the time with this type of stuff, especially with the wave of the internet and TikTok and stuff. Kendrick Lamar is a high-level lyricist. He's very aware of how he was supposed to fit on this project, and I think he did exactly what he was supposed to do. I think that song is gonna go crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if that song hits the top 10 on the billboards, top 20. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of these songs can make that case. So even when you start talking about, like, Sex Appeal with Too Short, way better than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, I thought the song was gonna be dope regardless, but man, it came out amazing. Highway 95, like, just, he brought everything. He brought everything to the table. The substance was there, the bangers, the flow pockets, the songs for the women, and No Blame, which honestly, that song took me out. I definitely cried on stream. They was asking me to upload that as an isolated video, but I know niggas gonna try to they're gonna try to play me and whatever. I might upload it anyway. But yeah, man, No Blame was so powerful too. I connected that song on a different level. You know, my mom wasn't on drugs or nothing, but my mom, you know, For anybody that watch my battles or listen to my music, of course I got the permission to tell all my family stories. And my mom definitely struggled with mental illness, and she was able to grow and get better. And we've done workshops and all the different stuff, so she's in a whole different space today. And when I heard that song, I'm gonna get that song its own video. When I heard that song, I just felt so much sorrow for Baby Keem, because from what it seems like, he doesn't get to experience that type of solace with his mother, and it's a feeling that I felt like I wouldn't be able to have. And who knows though, because he's right around the age. I think he's right around the age when I started to make that, that spin and that change. And I think it does start with addressing it. And that's what I love about this album. He addressed so much about his past. He addressed so much about his childhood. And songs like No Blame and I Am Not a Lyricist and No Security, like, they really get those. They get that out. You feel what I'm saying? I think he needed to get that off his chest. I think he needed that to get that out of his body so that he can become who he really is and who he really deserves to be. So I'm just, man, I love this project. I have so much more to say about this project. I'll have hella different videos on it and stuff, but I just wanted to rant a little bit and just give you all my immediate perspective on the album. I'm definitely gonna be doing, I'm gonna be doing videos on this album for a minute, bro, because it is so much. There's so much to talk about, so much to break down, just on an emotional level, spiritual level, and the power of Casino. He turned his story into power. He turned his failures into triumphs. He did that. You feel what I'm saying? He did that. And yeah, man, I love this album. I love it so far. I don't want to give it a rating out the gate. You're not allowed to do that. So I don't want to give it a rating out the gate. I'm just playing. But I think I am gonna wait and listen to it some more. But right now, it's my favorite album of the year so far. I think Rock Marciano's album falls right behind this one. But yeah, Rock Marciano's album was my favorite of the year, but this one takes the cake so far. And low key, it's a pretty big gap. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. Anyway, Baby Keem has definitely separated himself with this project, and I think this is the project where I'm like, from this point on, I mean, I love the Kendrick features, right? Always gonna love a Kendrick feature on a Baby Keem album, but you don't even need them no more. And I don't think you needed them in the first place, but it's like, this album solidified. Baby Keem is the one to stay. Like, without Kendrick, without whatever, Baby Keem is the one that's gonna, like, he gonna take this to the next level. I think the torch has been passed. I know Kendrick gonna drop some more music. I don't know for a fact, but I think Kendrick gonna drop some more music. So I'm not, from that perspective. But yeah, this is gonna be that. This is, Baby Keem did his one. He did his one, man. I love this album. You feel me? If you want to go watch the full stream, just click on my Twitch. It's in my post, so you can go click on that. Follow my Twitch, because the live streams for the albums be fire. People be having an amazing time in there. We be having a great time. So yeah, I definitely highly recommend this project. Go listen to it. Go check it out. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all, man. Y'all have a good day, all right? And I think I'm gonna go live. Like, comment, subscribe, especially if you're new, especially if you've been here.